Guys, welcome back to another Access 2 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview. I'm here with Connor Mistiades. I hope I pronounced that
Yeah,
right. How we doing, man?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's bang on. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man, and thank you very much for going on the channel.
Yeah, no, pleasure to be here.
Lovely stuff. So am I right in saying you're a 23-year-old cruiserweight who's 2-0?
Yeah, I'm cruiserweight for this one, and yeah, then I'm back down to light heavy after this. But yeah,
No,
that's my record in the ages, right? Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I saw that BoxRec had you on light heavy, and then you were fighting at
yeah,
cruiser.
yeah, yeah. Just cruising for this one, then I'm back down to light heavy.
Alright, cool, brilliant. Well, we'll get straight into a question which you always like to start off with. Why did you start boxing?
Do you know what? I'd like to give you a great story about I watched Rocky and then I went to the gym, but really what it was is my brother was a good footballer. I was terrible. And boxing's the first sport that I went to, and I thought I was still terrible, but I thought, yeah, I can do something with it. And I just enjoyed it, and I knew if I stuck at it, I'd be half decent at it.
Definitely. And so, do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there's a local venue near me called the Withenshaw Forum, but it's like quite big for an amateur show. It probably holds about 500 or 600 people,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a team from Ireland coming over. There was a bit of a interclub, whatever you want to call it, with these lads from Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually fought a lad. It was his cousin who I trained with, but yeah, I ended up fighting him. But yeah, I don't think I threw much apart from 1-2s, and managed to get the win. But yeah, it was a bit scrappy, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
No, of course, of course. And so, I suppose going throughout your whole amateur experience, what would you say was your biggest achievement?
I got to the finals of the novices, didn't quite win them, and I won a few Northwest regional titles and stuff like that. But yeah, a bit stop starting the amateurs for me. But I did okay, I achieved a few things, and it put me in good stead for the pros.
Of course. And so, how many actual fights did you end up having?
I think around about 25, and I think I lost about maybe 5 or 6.
Okay, no, definitely a good record there. And so, why
Yeah.
did you end up turning professional when you did?
It was just after lockdown. I've knew my coach, Anthony Farnell. A lot of people know him as Arnie. Since I was younger. And I'd sort of stopped boxing. I was in a bit of a rut. And then I come in the gym just to keep fit and just because I liked being around Arnie. And one thing led to another, and I was just picking up things. I was getting fitter. The weight was coming off, and he said, I think you've got the ability to turn pro. So obviously I was excited to hear that, and I did everything to make it happen.
Definitely. And I suppose for you, you spoke about your coach there. How nice is it to kind of have that good relationship with your coach? How important is that for you?
For me, I think for me, definitely, I like working with people who I trust and I trust Arnie in my life. So yeah, it's great to wake up every day as a job and be with someone who you got such a good relationship with, doing something you love. I'm very lucky, and yeah, I don't know how you can box without, these people just have a professional relationship with a coach, but it's not for me. That I don't know how you could box without, the man who stood next to you for most of it without really liking him.
Yeah, of course, of course. And so now you are 2-0 and of course doing very well and of course unbeaten. And so which fight would you say out of them two you've performed your best in so far?
Johnny, my first fight was tougher and a lot closer. But he was a good journeyman called Harry Matthews. So say to come through that on the notice I did and stuff and get a win. That's probably my favourite performance, and it was my debut. But this last one, that it was at heavyweight, and it was a big ask to come. I'll give away 4 stone and still managed to get the win. So I like them both for different reasons, but probably my debut.
Of course. And I suppose now you have had these 2 fights, would you say that you're now settled into the professional game and you're feeling maybe less nerves going into fights?
Yeah, don't get right. Always nervous. You want them nerves in a way as well. You know what I mean, to keep you sharp. So I don't want to get rid of the nerves completely. But yeah, I'm sort of starting to understand the pros a bit better and how things work and how you've got to train, how you've got to dedicate yourself, and it just makes the whole process a bit easier. I've got good pros around me in the gym, such as Jimmy Kelly, and just being schooled off him really on how things work. It's good.
Of course, and I mean, we spoke about the fact that you have fought so far in multiple different weights, and so when you are
Yeah.
kind of looking to campaign and get titles, which one are you going to be looking towards?
Light heavy, but if I could make super middle, with a day before weighing and stuff, I'd definitely do that. But I'll just have to see how I feel when I get to light heavy now.
Hmm. Okay, and so I suppose the fact that you have fought at all these different weights already at this point in your career, is that going to maybe kind of set you in for a good stead, maybe a little bit further along down the line if you get forced to maybe have to do that to a higher level?
Yeah, of course. Well, I've just fought at heavyweight, and I got my chin tested, so and I've come through that, so it's given me a bit of confidence in that way. But yeah, I think light heavy or super middle for me is best. That's where I feel best. But yeah, I'm willing to accept a challenge. I'm up for a challenge, and I want challenges to prove to myself, how good I am.
Mm. Of course, and I suppose now you are in a good point of your career. Now you've got past the initial kind of starting point, and so what would you say is your current motivation?
Again, referring back to the relationship with my coach, just proving him right because he believed in me to turn professional. So I want to prove to him that he was, correct in that decision, and I just want to take one step at a time, keep winning fights, and keep getting a nod off him to carry on.
Of course, and now you've got this fight coming up June 24th, if I believe I'm right with that. And so overall, how's preparations been going?
Good, very good. I've been not missed a day in the gym since the last fight, so couldn't have went better.
Brilliant, and I saw that you've got another fight announced shortly after that one, I believe in July as well. So how nice is it to be able to always have that goal in the gym?
Yeah, it's good, Joe. I want to be active, but you've got to keep your eye on the ball and take one fight at a time because you can't afford any slip ups at this level.
Of course. And so, for yourself, what would you say makes yourself interesting as a fighter?
I don't know. I think I don't want to be one of these fighters who just goes through the early part of the career untested. I'm willing to take risks. I believe in myself. I think my coach believes in me, and I say I want to keep proving him right. And I'm up for a challenge.
Brilliant. And so, I mean, of course, you are right at the beginning of your career. And so, how far do you believe you can go?
I think I can go all the way. I've just got to take baby steps and keep winning fights. That's the key. And then them things will come in the future, titles and whatnot.
Of course they will, and brilliant, man. Well, I've got one more question for you, mate, and that is, you've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
No, Joe, to my gym mates, like Arnie and everyone in the gym. We all push each other on, and we've all got fights coming up. So just keep training hard, and I'm sure we'll all be successful.
I'm sure you will be indeed, and well, thank you very much for doing this, man. Maybe a little bit further along down the line we can come and have you back on.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. And so if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do like it, and thanks for